What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you had a great weekend. Getting into this episode of GH, that scene with Kim and Julian, let me just say, Tamira Braun, William DeVry, they killed it. They killed that scene. That was a good scene. I feel bad for Tamira Braun because as dope as an actress as she is, I feel like her character didn't get a fair shake. That's how I felt. Like the writing for her character was all over the place. It was bad. It was horrible. I wish they would have. I wish the writers would have did differently. Went about things differently with her character. I really wish they would have. They just took her character and went completely off the rails. And I feel like they shouldn't have done that with that character. I started to like Kim. I didn't trust her always, but it was more potential for her character. You know what I'm saying? And they took it in a whole different direction. They took it left field with that character. And they could have done a little better by her. Actually, a lot better for somebody of her, talents and caliber. But I will say Kim is a fickle character. I will say that. She is a waffler. She is. Kim is wishy-washy. It is back being hot again. It's like 82 degrees today. This weather does not know what it wants to do. Like the last 2 weeks, it's been getting chilly and cold. Now it's back to being hot again. Damn. Not only is Kim fickle and wishy-washy, I see this weather and Mother Nature wants to be wishy-washy as well. But yeah, she was all over the place today. Like, just in the previous episode, she was ready to had her bags packed. She wrote a Dear John letter to Julian, aka Charlie. She had her bags packed. She was at the dock. She was ready to go with Franco. Now that Franco's incapacitated or he's on ice at this moment, she wants to go back with Julian. She's ready to resume her relationship with Julian. She's like, oh, I love you. I want to be with you. Let's go. Let's get out of here. She's wishy-washy. She was just all over the place in this episode. I'm like, Kim, what do you want? It's like, to me, I felt like Kim wanted her cake and eat it too. That's how I felt. She wanted Franco. She wanted Julian. But when Franco was unavailable, she went back to Julian. Julian was not here for it. He was not having it. He was like, so you kissed Franco. Did anything more happen? She admitted to it. She admitted that more happened. Julian was pissed. Julian was pissed. I don't blame Julian. I don't blame him. Because you want to know why? He's been so freaking patient with her these last few months. Damn near like these last few months, he's been so patient with this woman. He's been good to her. When she was going through the stuff with Oscar before he died, he made sure her apartment was clean. He made sure she had fresh groceries in the house. He made sure she ate. Like, he was there to support her emotionally. Like, he was just there for her in more ways than one. And even during that time, she was cuddled up with Drew, sitting on the couch all booed up with him while she's supposed to be dating Julian. And Julian overlooked all of that. He forgave her for all of that. She damn near tried to rape Drew, and Julian forgave her. Yet again, forgave her. He forgave her. He forgave her for so much that anybody else, if it was any other dude, God knows if it was Sonny or somebody, that would have been a deal breaker. Sonny would have been calling that woman all type of whores. But Julian was so freaking good with her, though. He was so good to her. And she just blew it so many times. And this was the final straw. This was fine. You would have thought that her trying to rape Drew would have been the final straw, but I understand why he forgave her for that, because he knew she wasn't in her right mind. But he can't keep using that excuse with her. He can't. He just can't keep justifying it, because I feel like every time Julian justifies every little incident that she does, he's enabling her to continue with this foolishness. And that's what I think. She needs a good shrink. And I think she needs help beyond what Julian can do for her. Julian cannot help this woman. He can't save her. She has to help herself. She needs intensive therapy. And I say this every video with her because she does. And it's sad, but she needs it. Julian, I respect the fact he trying to stick it out with her, but you can't help somebody that don't want to be helped. You know what I'm saying? Julian has put up with a lot from this woman these last few months and stuck it out. He's had the patience of 10 men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I would have been able to do that. Truth be told, I don't know if I would have. I don't think I could have. But you know, Julian, he stuck it out for as long as he could. She betrayed that, and he just was not here for it. And then, you know, he found her little Dear John letter. He didn't even want to open it. He didn't even want to read it. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Oh, you're not going to read the letter?" He was like, "No." He was like, "First of all, it's addressed to somebody else." He said, "My name is Julian." And closed that door behind him, and she started crying. I had to laugh at that scene. As sad as it was, I had to laugh because Julian was not playing with it. He basically told her, "My name is not Charlie. My name is Julian." I love that shit. I loved it. Because that shut the door on the whole thing. Like, that's his way of telling her, we're done. We're done. You're done. I'm done. We're done. And I don't blame Julian one iota. He's done everything he can for that relationship. And it's done. You know, he can't help her. He tried. He failed. And it wasn't his fault. It was her fault. So, she's damaged at this point. You know what I mean? She's totally damaged. What's next for her? I don't know. Maybe a stint in Shady Brook, maybe. Who knows? But she needs serious counseling bad. I would be afraid to send her to Dr. Byrne or Kevin. Because who knows? You know, they both spoken for at this point. So ain't no telling if she would try to get with them. And you know, Laura and Alexis ain't having it. So, she's just a fickle type person, like back and forth like a damn ping pong ball. Like, she just keeps going back and forth. Oh no, I want Franco. Oh no, I want Julian. Like, you're just back and forth at this point. You need to go get some help. Bad. So anyway, moving on from that. Franco is pissed that Liz and Scotty done staged the coup. And he is pissed. They done staged the ultimate coup. They done got him all locked up in Shady Brook, all tightly bound and stuff, and he's, you know, secure, and he's pissed because he feel like Liz done crossed the line. Liz was like, she don't give a damn. That's her husband. Even though he thinks he's Drew, she doesn't care. She's willing to go to the grave. She don't care. She willing to go through the fire to get her husband. And I don't blame her. You know, she's willing to exhaust every option. She don't care. You know, Franco tried to play that little guilt trip on her, talking about something, oh, if you really love Franco or whatever, why would you want him to be a vegetable? Or why would you want me to be a vegetable? Shut up, because that reverse psychology ain't working. And you know it ain't working on Liz because she wrote the book on reverse psychology. She tried that with all her men, and a lot of times it didn't work. So don't even try to get in her head and think you're going to manipulate a manipulator, because that ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? He definitely tried to manipulate Liz to let him go and send him on his way, and Liz was like, nope. You're going to sit your ass in this bed. We're going to get Andre Maddox. He going to perform that surgery on you. Even if there's a possibility you might be a vegetable, that's a chance I'm willing to take. I said, uh-oh. Now, you know Liz mean business now. If she willing to have your ass lay there like a vegetable, she mean business. Not business, business. That's what I'm talking about. Get your dude. Get your husband. That's what I'm saying. But I'll be happy when this is over. Like, I was liking it in the beginning, but I'll be happy when it's done and we can get old Franco back. And we can get some normalcy back, whatever the hell that means, but I digress. Franco can protest until he's red in the face, blue in the face. It don't matter. Liz ain't trying to hear it. You gonna get that procedure and you gonna come home to her and her boys and your boys too. That's what you gonna do. She don't want to hear no nonsense out of him. And I don't blame her. You know, it's about time Liz used her manipulative, sneaky ways for good this time, instead of using it for evil. But anyway, moving on from that. What else? Peter, Finn, listen. Peter, your day of reckoning is coming. I will say that. Peter, you're going down. Finn can sit there talking about, oh, Anna wanted Finn to get to know him. Finn, you don't need to get to know him. There's nothing about Peter that you need to know, except that he's a sneaky, conniving SOB. That's all you need to know about him. He gonna get his just desserts soon enough, simple and plain. He's gonna get what's coming to him. And I can't wait until he gets it. He's gonna lose everything. Maxie, his hopefully his freedom. Probably gonna end up losing his life, but who knows? I heard Wes Ramsey was supposed to be leaving the show too. That's what I heard. I heard Wes was supposed to be leaving at the end of his contract. I think they said some point in November, maybe. October, November. That's when his contract is up, I heard. And he might be leaving. That's just a rumor I heard. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet. So far from what I've seen, it hasn't been confirmed. That's just a rumor going around. But anyway, moving on from that. Sonny and Carly are at the hospital checking up on their baby. I love Epiphany. She always got words of wisdom. I love her. You know, she put it to Sonny real plain and simple. No matter what's going on with your baby, you know, all babies are miracles and blessings in the eyes of God. I say, ain't that the truth? Hallelujah. Amen. I love Epiphany. Because you want to know why? Whenever somebody's going through bad times, hard times or whatever, Epiphany always has some inspirational stuff to say. You know, she has really great bedside manner. I will say that. If I'm in a hospital, that's the type of nurse I want. Somebody with some good bedside manner. Because normally you got doctors and nurses who are just downright rude. They ain't got no words of comfort for you in your time of bereavement or your time of need. They just got some silly shit to say, some simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love Epiphany. The hospitals in this world need more Epiphanies. Because she just brings so much comfort to your soul. You know what I'm saying? Like when she talks to you. She just brings this soothing, motherly nature. You know, I feel bad for Epiphany, too, because, you know, she's never going to experience grandkids and stuff. Because remember her son Stan died. You know, he used to work for Sonny and Jason. And for a long time, I believe she blamed Jason and Sonny for that. So, you know, I feel bad for Epiphany. But, you know, she managed to pick up the pieces. And I believe that was her only child, too. And she managed to pick up the pieces and keep going on with life. And you know, life has dealt her some hard cards, you know, over the years, but she faced them all down. And I love Epiphany. I really do. You know, she always got something good to say to people. But Sonny and Carly, so far, their baby is fine. So Carly says, she said, you know, they did the ultrasound, the baby's fine, blah, blah, blah. So Jocelyn is still hung up on this brochure to boarding school and stuff like that. She's still all up in arms about it. And went to go talk to Jax. Jax is under the impression that Sonny probably talked Carly into it, or he suggested that they put Jocelyn in boarding school, which is not true. None of this is true. But they're under that assumption. So because Jocelyn thinks that they want to send her away, she wants to move in with Jax when he gets his house. So she's using this as an excuse. I feel like she's trying to play both parents against each other. Even though she thinks that the boarding school thing is for her, even though it's not. What I was upset about was, why didn't Jocelyn just confront Sonny and Carly about this? Why go run straight to Jax with misinformation? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think something, you're like, oh, this must be for me. Why don't you wait and talk to Carly and Sonny about it first before you know, go to Jax and run with this whole notion? Like, you should have just spoke with them first. Because now you're under the wrong impression. You know what I'm saying? And you're deciding to move in with Jax under false information. Because, you know, and that's how I feel. Like, she thinks that, oh, Mom and Sonny are trying to get rid of me, so let me go move in with Jax. No. Because she already knows she probably wouldn't have moved in with Jax otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Like, her and Jax have a great relationship, but, you know, she was adamant at first about staying with Sonny and Carly. About living with them full time. You know what I mean? So now all of a sudden you think that they trying to ship you out. Now you want to go live with Jax. Come on now. Why not just wait and ask questions first before you jump to these ridiculous conclusions? And you already know Carly's not going to make that type of major decision without running it by Jax first anyway. She wouldn't do it. Same way she talked to Jax about the homeschooling idea that Jocelyn had. She's not going to make a major decision like that without consulting Jax. The hell with what Sonny think. You know what I mean? Like, she's not going to do that. But I can understand why Jax would think that, because she did move, you know, they did move Dev into the house without talking to him or seeing how he felt about it, getting his opinion on it. So I can understand why he would think something. It's plausible. And, you know, Jax, he confronted Carly and Sonny with it. Showed them the brochures. Because, you know, Carly was all up in arms when he told her that Jocelyn wanted to move in with him. And she was like, why? And he showed her the brochures. He was like, this is why. Because y'all trying to send her away. So y'all think. I'm like, that's the furthest from the truth. No, they're not. So, anyway, moving on from that mess. Shiloh, little crooked ass, he done stole Bobby's car. And he got Wiley with him in the back seat. And Bobby done passed out because she hyperglycemic. She was in hyperglycemic shock, so she done passed out. Jason found her and got her to the hospital, asking her a boatload of questions, and she told him Shiloh got Wiley and stuff like that, and Lucas, she told Lucas that, Lucas and Jason that Shiloh got Wiley. Because Chase done told Sam and Jason that they got an APB out on Shiloh. One of the guards got knocked out, so immediately Jason think, oh, this is an inside job. How you know that? Well, it's not hard to figure out that it was an inside job, because when you are, safely guarded and stuff like that, somebody got to know something. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way you could just get past guards like that in the courthouse or in transportation. It got to be some type of inside connection. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't wrong in thinking it. So anyway, Sam. Oh, Sam. So Jason came up with the conclusion that Shiloh probably gonna try to get out of town by using a boat. So she went to the Hornet Star, and she came across Dev. Dev was there or whatever because he trying to get to Canada or whatever. He trying to run away to Canada because Sonny and Carly are Carly mainly trying to send him away. So he trying to run away and got caught up by Shiloh. Shiloh done knocked him out. And now Sam is in danger, stranger danger. She's a damsel in distress yet again. I'm like, Sam, you need to learn how to fight, how to shoot, how to do something. You're a PI. Like, you continuously get yourself in these situations where Jason or somebody got to come and save you behind. Sam, come on now. Learn some kung fu or something. I'm just saying, like, watch some Karate Kid movies or something. Do something. Like, 2 chops to the throat. Like, do something. Come on now. Because I'm tired of looking at you getting caught up in some mess and you got to wait for some man to come and save you. You better wake up in the prime of the Me Too movement and all these movements, women empowerment movements. You need to rise up and fight back, kick some ass and take some names. Stop getting yourself caught up in this mess to where Jason got to come save you. It's getting old. And y'all are getting old. Like, y'all getting too old for this. Jason damn near 50. You in your 40s, well, 40 maybe, 41, 42, 43, somewhere around there. Y'all getting too old for this mess. Is this the legacy you want Scout to live up to? Becoming a damsel in distress? And when they get older, Jake and Danny gonna have to save her too? Come on now. Teach your daughter, you only got one daughter, teach her to be strong and kick some ass. So she ain't gotta end up like her mama, always waiting for a man to come and save her. Jesus Christ. Amen. Like, I don't understand this, Sam. Like, weren't you just in a freezer a few weeks ago? Trapped in a deep freezer? Trapped in a closet? Well, you were trapped in a deep freezer, just about to suffocate to death. And now you on the Hornet Star with a crazy fool and a baby. And of course, Shiloh, he called Peter for a quick shakedown and told Peter basically to bring his ass to that boat, bring some money. Don't bring no cops, because you bring the cops, he gonna snitch on you and tell Jason and everybody everything he know about you. I'm like, this is just too messy. This is too messy. This is too messy. It's just too much. Poor little Wiley in the clutches of a crazy person. But I'm enjoying this though. Sam need to learn how to kick or something. Punch, smack, do something. Use your nails. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.